Raju was born into a world where his enormous strength and gentle spirit were exploited rather than celebrated. For decades, he was chained and forced to give rides to tourists in the narrow alleyways of Indian towns, his towering frame shackled to wooden posts. Day after day, he stood under the scorching sun, his once lustrous hide marred by scars from ill-fitting chains. Though crowds gathered to admire him, few recognized the quiet despair in his deep, expressive eyes. Raju's story began not with freedom, but with silent endurance. Behind the smiles of tourists hid a harsher reality. Raju's mahouts controlled him with iron hooks and blows, punishing any hesitation or refusal. His joints grew stiff from lack of movement, his soul dimmed by the monotony of captivity. Each step he took under the weight of passengers served as a reminder that his life belonged to another's pocketbook. Yet even in suffering, Raju showed an unwavering capacity for trust, gently lifting children onto his back and innocently following commands he barely understood. Everything changed when Wildlife SOS, an organization dedicated to rescuing abused wildlife, heard whispers of an elephant chained for 30 years. A team of veterinarians, caretakers, and volunteers traveled to Raju's location with mounting hope and trepidation. Under cover of darkness, they dismantled the heavy shackles that had fused into his flesh and tended to his wounds. As the chains clattered away, Raju remained still, his massive head bowed as if he were afraid this miracle might vanish as quickly as it had appeared. When he finally rose and lumbered toward his rescuers, something extraordinary happened. Tears welled in Raju's eyes and streamed down his cheeks. It seemed impossible that an elephant could cry for joy, but there it was, clear, glistening tears mapping decades of pain and yearning. In that moment, Raju's tears became a universal symbol of resilience, of the power of compassion, and of the unbreakable bond between human kindness and animal dignity. Today, Raju roams a protected sanctuary at Wildlife SOS's Elephant Conservation and Care Center, where he spends his days bathing in cool water, grazing on green fodder, and socializing with other rescued elephants. His story sparked global outrage and inspired legislation in India banning the keeping of endangered elephants in captivity. Raju's tears remind us that freedom is not merely a physical release but an emotional rebirth, and that every creature, no matter how majestic or meek, deserves to live unchained.